Hello, my dear friend. Welcome. I am so happy you are here today. My name is Anna, and this is the VUS Learning English podcast. If you are new here, a very big, warm welcome to you. We are a family of learners, and we are so happy to have you with us. If you are listening again, welcome back, my friend. It is always wonderful to spend this time with you. Today, we have a very special topic. It is a topic that is close to our hearts. We are going to talk about home and accommodation. This is a very common topic in the IELTS speaking test. But do not worry. This is not a difficult lesson. This is a calm, relaxing time for you to learn. Think of me as your friend, here to help you. We will learn some new words together, we will practice some sentences together, and we will build your confidence step by step. You can do this. I know you can. Thank you so much for choosing to be here today. Your time is a gift, and I am so grateful you are sharing it with me. Before we begin, if you enjoy our time together, please think about following or subscribing. It helps our little podcast grow. It helps us reach more English learners just like you. And I love to know where you are listening from. Are you in Vietnam? Are you in Japan? Are you in Brazil? Or somewhere else in our beautiful world? Thinking of you all around the world makes me smile. Okay, are you ready, my friend? Let's begin. Section 1. The foundation, house versus home. First, let's learn something very important. It is a small thing, but it will help your English sound so natural. We will learn the difference between two words. The words are house and home. These words look similar, but their feeling is different. Let's talk about the word house first. What is a house? A house is a building. It is a physical thing. Think about a building made of bricks. It has walls, it has a roof, it has windows and doors. This is a house. It is just a structure. It does not have feelings. For example, you can look at a street and say, I see a new house. Or, they are building 3 new houses on this street. You are talking about the buildings, the physical things. Maybe your friend buys a new house. You can say, my friend bought a new house. You are talking about the building she bought. So a house is the building. Now let's talk about the word home. Home is a very special word. Home is about a feeling. It is about emotion. Home is the place where you live. It is the place where you feel safe. It is the place where you feel comfortable. Home is where your family is. Home is where your heart is. A home can be a house. A home can be an apartment. A home can be one room. Any place can be a home. It is not about the building. It is about the feeling of love and safety and belonging. For example, after a long day at work, you say, I want to go home. You don't usually say, I want to go to my house. You say, I'm going home, because you are going to your special place, your place of comfort. Think about your childhood, the place you grew up. You can say, my childhood home is full of happy memories. You feel the emotion in that sentence, right? It is more than just a building. It is a place full of love and memories. There's a very famous saying in English, home is where the heart is. This means your home is any place where you feel love. It is where the people you love are. So when an IELTS examiner asks you, let's talk about your home, they are asking about your special place. They want to know about your life there. They want to know about your feelings. This is a wonderful chance. It is a chance to share something about you. and sharing something personal always makes your answer better. Let's try a small test. It's easy, don't worry. If you are walking back after school or work, what do you say? Do you say, I am going to my house now? Or, I am going home now? Yes, that's right. You say, I'm going home. It feels more natural. It feels warm. Let's try another one. You see some people building something on your street. You say, they are building a new what? A new house? Exactly. Because it is the physical building, the structure. You're doing a great job. Understanding this small difference is a big step. It shows you have a real feeling for the English language. So let me ask you, my friend, what does home mean to you? Is it a quiet place to relax? Is it a busy place full of family? Think about it for a moment. Your own special feeling of home. Great. Now you have a strong foundation. Let's learn some more words to build on it. Section 2. Mastering Part 1. Essential Vocabulary. All right, my friend, are you ready for the next step? This is a fun part. We are going to learn some new words. These words will help you describe your home. Often we use simple words. We say, my house is big, or my apartment is small, or it is a nice place. These words are okay. But today, we will learn some new words, more beautiful words, more descriptive words, so you can paint a picture with your English. We will do this in 2 parts. First, we will learn the names for different kinds of homes. Second, we will learn words to describe how they look and feel. Are you ready? Let's go. Part A, Types of Accommodation. Being specific is very good in the IELTS test. It means you give clear details. Saying I live in a house is good, but what kind of house? Let's learn some names. The first word is detached house. Let's say it slowly. Detached house. A detached house is a house that stands alone. It is not connected to any other house. It has its own space all around it. Imagine a house with a garden in the front and a garden in the back, and no other houses touching it. That is a detached house. Here's an example sentence. I would love to live in a detached house with a big garden. Great. Let's learn the next one. Semi-detached house. Semi-detached house. A semi-detached house is a house that is joined to one other house. You share one wall with your neighbor. Imagine 2 houses. They are built together, side by side, like twins. This is very common in countries like the United Kingdom. Here's an example sentence. I live in a semi-detached house with my family. Wonderful. Our next word is terraced house. Terraced house. Some people also call this a townhouse. A terraced house is a house in a row of houses. All the houses are joined together. You have a neighbor on your left side and a neighbor on your right side. Imagine a street with many houses all in one line. They all look similar. That is a row of terraced houses. Here is an example. Many people in London live in terraced houses. You are doing so well. Let's learn another one. Bungalow. Bungalow. A bungalow is a special kind of house. It only has 1 floor. There are no stairs inside. Everything is on the ground level. These are often very good for older people because it is easy to walk around. Example sentence. My grandparents live in a lovely bungalow near the sea. Okay, now let's talk about other kinds of homes. Not everyone lives in a house. Many people live in a flat or an apartment. Flat, apartment. These two words mean the same thing. In British English, people often say flat. In American English, people often say apartment. You can use either word. Everyone will understand you. A flat or an apartment is a home inside a larger building. The building has many floors, and on each floor there are many homes. Example sentence: I live in a small flat in the city center. Or, my friend rents a beautiful apartment with his brother. Good. Now, what do we call the building with all the apartments? We can call it a high-rise building or an apartment block. This is a tall, modern building. It has many, many floors of apartments, maybe 10 floors, 20 floors, or even more. Example sentence: I live on the 10th floor of a tall apartment block. Excellent. Let's learn just two more for now. Condominium, or for short, condo. Condominium. Condo. A condo is like an apartment, but there is one important difference. When you live in a condo, you own it. You buy it, it is yours. When you live in an apartment, you usually rent it. You pay money every month to live there. Condo buildings often have nice things for everyone to share, like a swimming pool or a gym. Example sentence: we bought a new condo with a great view of the city. Okay, our last one for this part. Studio apartment. Studio apartment. A studio is a very small apartment. It has only one main room. You sleep, live, and cook in that one room. The only separate room is the bathroom. These are very common for students or single people because they are usually cheaper. Example sentence: when I was a student, I lived in a small studio apartment. Wonderful, my friend. You have just learned so many useful words. Let's just say them one more time to practice pronunciation. Just listen and repeat in your mind, or say it quietly. Detached house. Semi-detached house. Terraced house. Bungalow. Apartment block. Condominium. Studio. Fantastic. You are building a great vocabulary toolkit. Part B, describing your home. Powerful adjectives. Now you know how to name different types of homes. The next step is to describe them. This is where you can add color and feeling to your answers. Let's learn some new adjectives. Adjectives are describing words. Instead of big, small, or nice, let's use some better words. First, let's learn some positive adjectives. Words for when you like your home. Our first word is spacious. Spacious. Spacious is a wonderful word for big. It means a place has a lot of room. It feels open and you can move around easily. Example sentence: I like my living room because it is very spacious. See? It sounds much better than just big. Our next word is cozy. Cozy. Cozy is a beautiful word. It describes a place that is small, but in a very good way. It feels warm, comfortable, and safe. Like a warm hug. Imagine a small room with a soft chair, a warm light, and a blanket. That feeling is cozy. Example sentence: my bedroom is not big, but it is very cozy. Next word, comfy. Comfy. Comfy is a friendly, informal word for comfortable. It is perfect to use in part 1 of the speaking test. It makes you sound relaxed and natural. You can talk about a comfy chair, a comfy sofa, or a comfy bed. Example sentence: we have a big, comfy sofa in our living room, perfect for watching movies. Wonderful. Next, let's talk about light. If your home has a lot of natural light from the windows, you can say it is bright or well lit. Bright. Well lit. Instead of saying, my home has big windows, you can describe the feeling. You can say, my home is very bright. Example sentence: I love my kitchen. because it is always so bright and well lit in the morning. Two more positive words. The first is modern. Modern. Modern describes something new with a clean and simple style. If your home is new and has new furniture, you can say it is modern. Example sentence. They live in a modern apartment in a new building. And our last positive word is open plan. Open plan. This is a very useful word. It describes a home where there are not many walls inside. The kitchen, the living room, and the dining room are all one big space. This is very popular in modern homes. It makes the home feel spacious and sociable. Example sentence. I like open plan living because I can cook and talk to my family at the same time. Okay, you have learned so many great positive words, but sometimes an examiner might ask what you don't like about your home. So it is good to know a few negative adjectives too. Our first negative word is cramped. Cramped. Cramped is the perfect negative word for small. It means a place is uncomfortably small. There is not enough space. It feels like the walls are pushing in on you. An example sentence. My office is very cramped. I don't have enough space for all my books. Next word, noisy. Noisy. This is a simple word, but very useful. Is your home near a busy road? Do you hear a lot of traffic? Or maybe your neighbors are very loud. Then your home can be noisy. Example sentence. I like my apartment, but the big problem is that it is very noisy at night. And one more. This is a very good one. Drafty. Drafty. This word is fantastic for describing older buildings. A drafty place is a place where cold air comes in. The cold air comes through small gaps around the windows or under the doors. It can make a room feel cold, even when the heating is on. Example sentence. Our old house is beautiful, but it is very drafty in the winter. My friend, you have done an amazing job. You have learned so many new and powerful words. You are ready to describe your home with confidence and detail. You are not just giving facts, you are sharing feelings. And that is the secret to a great answer. Section 3, Part 1. Practice and breakdown. Okay, we have learned the theory, we have learned the words. Now it is time to practice. Practice is how we get better. Practice is how we grow stronger. We will look at some common IELTS Part 1 questions about home. For each question, we will create a good answer together. We will use the words we just learned. I will show you how to build your answer step by step. From a simple answer to a great answer. Let's begin. Question 1. What kind of accommodation do you live in? Let's think about a simple answer first. A simple answer is okay. It is a start. For example, I live in a flat. It is in the city. It has 2 rooms. This answer is correct, but the sentences are very short. The vocabulary is very simple. We can make it better. We can make it stronger. Let's try to build a high-scoring answer together. Let's use our new words. We can start by saying, at the moment, I'm living in a flat. Now let's add a describing word. Is it big or small? Let's use one of our new words. How about spacious? I'm living in a spacious 2-bedroom flat. Good. Now where's this flat? Is it in a house? No, it's in a big building. Let's use our new vocabulary. I'm living in a spacious 2-bedroom flat in a modern apartment block. Wow, that sounds so much better already. Let's add a little more detail about the location. Is it in the city center, near the center? It's in a busy area very close to the city center. And we can add how this makes us feel. which is very convenient. Convenient means it is easy to get to places. Let's put it all together. Listen to the flow. At the moment, I'm living in a relatively spacious 2-bedroom flat on the 3rd floor of a modern apartment block. It's in a bustling residential area, just a short walk from the city center, which is incredibly convenient. I've been living there for about 3 years now and have really made it feel like home. Can you hear the difference? The vocabulary is much richer. We used spacious, modern apartment block. The sentences are connected and flow smoothly. And the last part, made it feel like home, adds that lovely personal feeling. You can do this too. Question 2. What's your favorite room in your home? Let's start with a simple answer. My favorite room is the living room. I like it. I can relax there. This is a good start. It answers the question. But we can add more feeling, more pictures. Let's build a better answer. First, let's start with a strong phrase. Instead of just my favorite room is, we can say, without a doubt, my favorite room is the living room. Without a doubt means I am 100% sure. It sounds very confident. Now, why is it your favorite room? Let's use our new words. Is it big? Or is it small and comfortable? Let's use cozy. It's not very big, but it's incredibly cozy. What else? Let's talk about the light. Does it have a big window? It's incredibly cozy and well lit because it has a large window. And what can you see from the window? A large window that looks out over a small garden. Now let's talk about what is in the room, what makes it comfortable. Let's use our word comfy. We have a really comfy sofa. And what do you do on the sofa? Where I love to relax with a good book after a long day. Finally, let's summarize the feeling of the room. It's just the perfect space to relax. Now listen to the full answer. Imagine the room. Without a doubt, my favorite room is the living room. It's the real heart of our home. It's not huge, but it's incredibly cozy and well lit, thanks to a big window that overlooks our small garden. We have a really comfy sofa where I love to unwind with a good book after a long day. It's just the perfect space to kick back and relax. This answer paints a picture. It uses our wonderful new words: cozy, well lit, comfy. It also uses natural phrases like unwind and kick back and relax. These are friendly ways to say relax. It explains why it's your favorite room by describing the feeling. You are doing wonderfully. Question 3. How long have you lived there? A simple answer to this question might be, I lived there for 5 years. This answer has a very common grammar mistake. If you say, I lived there, it means you don't live there anymore. It is finished. In the past. If you still live there, you need to use a different tense, the present perfect continuous. It sounds difficult, but it is easy. You say, I have been living there. So let's build a better answer. Start with the correct grammar. I've been living in my current home for about 5 years now. This is a great start. It is a full sentence, and the grammar is perfect. Now, can we add more information? This is a great way to show your fluency. You can add a little bit of history. We moved here when I started my job. You can also compare it to where you lived before. Before that, I lived with my parents in a semi-detached house in the suburbs. Look, you used one of our new words, semi-detached house. Excellent. And you can add one more sentence to connect your ideas. It was a big change to move to the city, but I love it now. Let's listen to the whole answer. I've been living in my current home for about 5 years now. We moved here right around when I started university. Before that, I lived with my parents in a semi-detached house in the suburbs, which was a lot quieter. So it was a big change moving to the city, but I've really grown to love it. This answer is fantastic. It uses the correct grammar. I've been living. It adds extra details and a small story. It uses connecting words like before that and so to make it flow. It shows that you can talk easily and confidently. My friend, you see the secret now. It is not just about having the right answer. It is about using good words, using correct grammar, and connecting your ideas to tell a small story. You can do this, I promise. Okay, my friend, let's just take a small pause here. Let's take a breath. You have learned so much already. New words, new sentences, new ideas. How are you feeling? Maybe a little tired? That is okay. Learning is exercise for your brain. Maybe you are feeling excited. Maybe you feel more confident already. That is wonderful. I want you to know that I am proud of you. You are here. You are trying. And that is the most important thing. Every minute you spend learning is a step forward. Remember to be kind to yourself. Learning a language takes time. It is a journey, not a race. Some days are easy. Some days are hard. All of them are part of the process. You are doing a great job. All right, have you had a little rest? Should we continue our journey? Let's get ready for part 2. Section 4, Mastering Part 2, The Long Turn. Welcome back, my friend. Now it is time to talk about Part 2 of the IELTS speaking test. In this part, the examiner gives you a card. It is called a cue card. The card has a topic and some questions on it. You have 1 minute to think and prepare. Then, you need to speak for 1 to 2 minutes about the topic. 1 to 2 minutes can feel like a long time. But please do not worry, I will show you a simple way to do this. With a good plan, you can do it easily and confidently. A very common topic for part 2 is, of course, about a home. Here's an example of a cue card. Describe a house or apartment you would like to live in. You should say where it would be, what it would look like, what special features it would have, and explain why you would like to live in this house or apartment. So you get this card, and you have 1 minute to prepare. What do? Do not write full sentences. There is no time. Just write a few keywords for each question. These keywords are your map. They will guide you when you speak. Let's plan an answer together. We can use simple ideas. First question, where it would be. Let's think of some keywords. Quiet place. Not in the city, near a park. Good for walking. Second question, what it would look like. Let's think of keywords. We can use our new words. Detached house. 2 floors, big windows. So it is bright. Third question, what special features it would have. Features are special parts of the house. A modern kitchen, a small office, a comfy living room, a small garden with flowers. Fourth question, and explain why you would like to live there. This is about your feelings. More space? My flat now is cramped. Love cooking. Need space to work, can relax in the garden. It is my dream home. See? Just a few simple words for each point. Now we have a map for our talk. We can follow this map and add the details as we speak. More vocabulary for part 2. For part 2, we can learn a few more specific words. These will add even more detail to your description. They are easy, I promise. Let's learn some names for rooms or areas. Master bedroom. This is the main bedroom, usually the biggest bedroom in the house. Ensuite bathroom. This is a bathroom that is connected directly to a bedroom, a private bathroom. Home office. A special room just for working or studying. Utility room. A small room for your washing machine and other cleaning things. Backyard garden. The space behind the house for relaxing or playing. And a few words for features. Balcony. A small platform outside a window on an upper floor. You can stand there. Fireplace. A place in the wall where you can have a fire. It makes the room very cozy. State of the art. This phrase means very, very modern. Using the newest technology. You can have a state-of-the-art kitchen. All mod cons. This is a friendly common phrase. It is short for all modern conveniences. It means things that make life easy, like a good heater, a dishwasher, good Wi-Fi. Great. Now we have even more words for our toolkit. Now I will give you a full answer. I will use our plan and our new words. Listen to how I follow the map point by point. My sentences will be simple and clear. Thank you. I would love to talk about my dream home. The place I would love to live in is a house. First, about where it would be. It would be in a quiet place, a little outside the city. I like the city, but I also love peace and nature. So a small town or a suburb near a big park would be perfect. A place where I can go for long walks. Next, what it would look like. I imagine a beautiful detached house, so it stands by itself with its own garden. It would have 2 floors. It would have very big windows, so inside it would be very bright and well lit. I love natural light. Downstairs, I would like it to be open plan. So the kitchen, dining room, and living room are all one big, friendly space. This would make the house feel very spacious and sociable. It would be great for when my friends and family visit. Now, for the special features. My dream house would have a state-of-the-art kitchen. I absolutely love cooking, so a beautiful modern kitchen is very important to me. It would have a big kitchen island in the middle. An island is a counter that stands in the middle of the kitchen. People can sit there and talk to me while I cook. Also, a very important feature for me is a small home office. I often work from home, so I need a quiet space just for my work. And upstairs, the master bedroom would have a small balcony. I can drink my morning coffee there and look at the garden. Finally, why I would like to live in this house. The main reason is that it would give me more space. My current apartment is a little cramped, so having a spacious house would be amazing. It's a house that is perfect for my lifestyle. I can work, I can cook, I can have friends over, and I can relax. It's not just about a bigger building. It would be a place where I feel happy and peaceful. It would truly be my home. Did you see how that worked, my friend? It was not so scary, was it? The structure was very clear. The answer followed the 4 points from the cue card, one by one. First, where. Then, what it looks like. Then, special features. And finally, why. This makes your answer very easy for the examiner to understand. The vocabulary was good. We used words we learned. Detached house, bright, well-lit, open plan, spacious, sociable, state-of-the-art, home office, balcony, and cramped. Using these words shows you have a good vocabulary. The sentences were simple and clear. I used linking words like first, next, also, and finally. These words are like signposts. They guide the listener through your story. This is how you can succeed in part 2. Make a simple plan. Use your good vocabulary. And follow your plan to tell a clear story. You can do it. Section 5. Mastering Part 3. The discussion. We have arrived at the final part of our journey today. Part 3. The discussion. After you finish your 2-minute talk, the examiner will ask you more questions. These questions are connected to the topic of Part 2, so they will be about homes, housing, and society. The questions in Part 3 are more general and abstract. They are not just about you. They are about your country, society, and the world. This is your chance to share your opinions, to compare ideas, to talk about the past and the future. The key is to explain your ideas, give reasons, give examples. Let's look at some common questions and practice simple, clear answers. Question 1. In your country, how has housing changed in recent years? This question asks you to compare the past and the present. How were houses in the past? How are they now? Here's a simple way to structure your answer. 1. Start with a general sentence. 2. Talk about the past. 3. Talk about the present and compare. 4. Give a reason for the change. Let's build an answer. That is an interesting question. Housing in my country has changed a lot. In the past, maybe 20 or 30 years ago, many families lived in traditional houses. Maybe a terraced house or a semi-detached house with a small garden. Life was maybe a little slower. But now things are very different, especially in big cities. Many more people are moving to the cities for work. This is called urbanization. So cities are getting bigger and more crowded. Because of this, there is a big change. Now, many people live in high-rise apartment blocks. It is more common to live in a flat now than a house with a garden. Also, the inside of homes has changed. Old homes had many small separate rooms, but modern apartments are often open plan to make them feel more spacious. This answer is clear and easy to follow. It compares the past, traditional houses with the present, high-rise apartment blocks. It uses good vocabulary like terraced house, high-rise apartment blocks, and open plan. And very importantly, it gives a reason for the change: urbanization or many people moving to the cities. This shows you can think about the topic on a deeper level. Question 2. What are the advantages and disadvantages of living in the city compared to the countryside? This is a classic comparison question. Advantages mean the good things. Disadvantages mean the bad things. You need to talk about both sides. Let's build a balanced answer. 1. Start by talking about the city's advantages. 2. Then talk about the city's disadvantages. 3. Next, talk about the countryside's advantages. 4. Finally, talk about the countryside's disadvantages. Here we go. I think there are good and bad things about both places. It really depends on the person. The main advantage of living in the city is convenience. Everything is very close. Shops, restaurants, cinemas, they are right on your doorstep. Public transport is also very good, so you may not need a car. However, the disadvantage is that city life can be very busy and noisy. Housing is usually smaller and much more expensive. It can be hard to find quiet green spaces like parks. On the other hand, the countryside is the opposite. It offers peace and quiet. The pace of life is much slower. You can usually have a more spacious home with a garden, and you are surrounded by nature, which is very good for your mind and body. The main downside of the countryside, of course, is that you can feel a little bit isolated or alone. You definitely need a car to get around, and it can take a long time to travel to work or to the city. So it is a choice between the exciting, busy life of the city and the calm, peaceful life of the country. This is a great balanced answer. It uses linking phrases to show the comparison, like, however, on the other hand. And the main downside is the vocabulary is excellent but simple. Convenience on your doorstep, noisy, peace and quiet, spacious, surrounded by nature, isolated. It shows both sides of the argument very clearly. Question 3. What do you think homes will be like in the future? This question asks you to imagine the future, to speculate. You can use phrases like I think, I believe, it's likely that, we will probably see. Let's build a future-focused answer. 1. Think of one big idea, for example, technology. 2. Think of a second big idea, for example, the environment. Here's a model answer. I believe homes in the future will be very different from today. I think they will be shaped by 2 big things: technology and being good for our planet. First, I think homes will become very smart. We will probably have computers that control everything: the lights, the temperature, the security. Maybe our fridge will even order milk for us when we run out. This technology will make our lives easier and more efficient. But more importantly, I think future homes will be more sustainable. That means they will be designed to be good for the environment. People are more aware of climate change now, so I expect to see more houses with solar panels on the roof to make electricity from the sun, and systems to collect rainwater. Homes will be built with eco-friendly materials that do not harm the earth. Also, because more people are working from home, I think houses will need to be more flexible. Maybe we will have rooms that can change. A room could be a living room in the evening, but an office during the day. It will be about creating a home that is smart, good for our world, and can change with our needs. This answer is thoughtful and well organized. It uses future language perfectly. I believe, I think, we will probably see. It is full of relevant modern ideas: smart homes, technology, sustainable, good for the environment, solar panels, eco-friendly. It connects the future of homes to current trends like climate change and working from home. This shows great critical thinking. And here we are, at the end of our lesson. We have traveled so far together today, from the simple, warm feeling of home to learning new words to describe our accommodation. We practiced for part 1, part 2, and part 3. You now have a wonderful toolkit. You have the words, the ideas, and the structures. You are ready to talk about the topic of home with confidence. But remember, my dear friend, the most important part is practice. Learning is not a race. It is a gentle walk. Don't just listen to this podcast one time. Come back to it. Use the new words you learned today. Look around your own room. Can you describe it in English? Use cozy or bright or cramped. Talk to yourself in English. Answer the part 3 questions out loud when you are alone. The more you use this new language, the more natural it will become. Confidence comes from knowing you can do something, and you are more capable now than you were before you started today. Believe in yourself because I believe in you. Now I have one small piece of homework for you. It's a fun one, I promise. In the comments section, if you can, I would love for you to write about your dream home. Try to use at least 3 new words or phrases you learned with me today. I will read as many of your dreams as I can. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for spending this time with me. If this lesson was helpful for you, please give it a thumbs up or a like. And please subscribe or follow our channel so you don't miss our next lesson together. Thank you for joining me, my friend. I will see you next time. Goodbye for now.